Hello and thank you for tuning into Embracing Budgets. My name is Rochelle, and in today's video, yes, as you saw by the title, guys, let's budget for the month of March, and let's also set some goals for the second quarter of 2024. All right, let's go, okay? And I'm going to start saying this at the beginning of my videos. Please remember to like and subscribe if you like me just a little bit, just a little bit. All righty then, let's go on over to April. Where did the first 3 months go, y'all? They just disappeared with just like smoke, just poof, for real, okay? Alrighty then, let me go over my goals real quick first because my goals are pretty easy that you see here. Okay, so one of my main goals is for me to create a moving budget. One, for me to scout the city, which is coming up in a couple of weekends. Looking at apartments, checking out deposits, and buying packing supplies is one of the things I need to, of course, include into my budget. Then I also want to include in, of course, groceries and just a little bit of decor. Okay, outside of that, that's just my main overall goal as far as my financial goals for this month. Okay, my debt pay down goals. I want to take my federal tax return that I've already received. I want to take my federal tax return and pay down / pay off 3 accounts. If I could get at least one of these accounts paid off, and I know I can, I will be happy. But the other 2 accounts, I want to pay them down. For the rest of the year, the goal will be for me to attack debt, okay? All right, my savings goals, okay? I want to save $200 every month with my savings challenges, okay? But then I want to save an additional $100 a month with my solo challenges, just approximately, okay? And then anything big expenses coming up, I need to scout the city. I'm doing that, excuse me, like I said, in a couple of weekends. And that's pretty much, excuse me, that is pretty much it. So those are the main overall goals that I have for this month, and some of those are quarterly goals. Now, my quarterly goals, let me just go ahead and put it on over here. These are my goals for the second quarter: to pay down debt another $1,500, to pay off another account, and to also not accrue any new debt. I want to also try test paying for my or purchasing my monthly expenses, groceries, gas and all that stuff, and also paying my bills, my monthly expenses, as far as like my cable, cell phone, electricity, and all those bills. If I could go ahead and pay those on my credit cards instead of me just paying those out of my checking account, so that I can rack up my points, because it would help. I mean, I have a good bit of credit cards that have rewards on them, but I try my best not to use my credit cards. And since I'm on a frenzy to pay down that debt, right now, it's just like I want to try to see if I could do it like that. Put those expenses on my credit cards and then pay it directly off, okay? Okay, and then of course, move out of the state with allowed budget. And I had a 5th goal, but it came in my brain and went straight on out. So evidently it wasn't that important. So, so there you go. Oh, also, wait a minute. I want to save a minimum of $1,000 this month. Oh, excuse me, this quarter. You know what? Actually, I want to move that on up because I saved... Well, no, I want to keep it right where it is because I forgot I'm moving, and with my move, I'm going to accrue new expenses. So, unknown expenses, I should say. So I want to save $1,000 minimum in the second quarter. So there you go. Okay. Those are my goals for the month and also for the quarter. And I have a small Scout City budget right here of $500 for hotel, food, and gas, and another random $30 of miscellaneous things just in case anything comes up. But that's my Scout trip budget right there. So hopefully I can stay within that budget, okay? But let's go on over to the monthly budget, the monthly expenses, okay? Alrighty then. Okay, so I am working with $4,239.68. That includes my tax return from federal tax return. So there you go right there. Oh my goodness. So let's go. Of course, we have our standard utilities. It's $251.87 a month right there. I'm starting on that side because it's just a bit easier on this side, okay? However, I am going to take a couple of these subscription services off. I don't use them monthly, and it's just, I could put them on hold for just a little while I reduce some of this debt, right? And of course, some of them I will just automatically keep. So my Amazon Prime and my Kindle Unlimited, I'm going to take those two off. I have plenty of books. I am a reader, so I could take off the Kindle Unlimited for a little while and just go from there. I have plenty of books on my Kindle that I've purchased that I have not read yet, and I also have plenty of like physical books that I have not even cracked the spine on. So, you know, I could do that. So let me count this new amount for entertainment. $15.49 for Netflix. We have $15 for Patreon and $9.99 for Apple storage. That's $40.48. Okay, so we got that, okay? Alrighty then, let's go over to this side. This is the main side right here. Okay, so we're going to keep the food and groceries, or I should say cash, section the same. Groceries, gas, personal eating out, and miscellaneous will remain $360. Of course, my State Farm, my car insurance will remain the same also, with it being $110.96. Rent, same, $937.49. And the rest, we're going to make some changes too. Oh my goodness. Okay, because y'all, that $1,600 and something that I unstuffed in my cash unstuffing and my bill swap video, I got a lot done with that money. A lot done with that money, okay? So let's start out with, first off, my savings area right here. Of course, I'm going to be budgeting for this next quarter $200 in my savings category every single month. But because I got my income tax right here, I'm going to take just a little pinch of this money, and I'm going to save just a little bit of it in my savings challenges. So I'm going to take 116 of this 1760. It's not even I'm not even going to take a full 10%. Just, I think I'm just a little over 50%. Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to do $116. So that's going to be $316 with savings, okay? Okay. Now, alrighty. So here's the part where, you know what, I'm going to fold this over. Here's the part that's going to get a lot messy. This is not going to be neat this month at all because I paid off a lot of bills, okay? So, Capital One, I'm going to pay the minimum of $221 on this account. The second Capital One, actually, I paid this off, but I paid it off kind of late with the money that I had from the unstuffing. So this will be $5.97. That is the interest that came on, because I think when I paid on my account, it was probably the day after the closing period happened or something like that. So $5.97. Hey, and then that account is going to be paid in full. Okay, so that account, nothing's on it now. It is paid off in full. It was just this little $5.97. All right, Chase. I'm going to come back to Chase because we're going to attack that. That's one of the accounts that we're going to attack. Okay. The second Chase account right here is 113 this month. And then I'm proud to say that American Express is paid off. It is paid in full. I am happy that that is paid off and I'm done with it. Okay. Alrighty then. So I'm going to leave that blank for just a second. Because I'm going to need to concentrate on how much I'm going to pay on that account. Okay. All right. TJX, that MasterCard, proud to say that one is also paid off in full. There wasn't much on it anyway. I think it was maybe like $150, if that, but there was not a lot on that account either. So, excuse me, Sephora. Sephora is actually, that's another account that I want to focus on, and the Sam's account is the account that I want to focus on. Ulta, I did purchase a couple of things on Ulta, and I want to go ahead and pay that off, and it is crazy enough. The balance is $76 even, and I'm going to pay that $76 off evenly, okay? Now here comes the hard part, okay? Just a little bit. Now, my balance on my Chase account, and I'm just going to go ahead and pay that off. I should have just added that on in. The balance on my Chase account is $787.23. So I am paying that off in full, and this is another account. This is another account that will be paid off in full, but I'm taking it from the $1,700. So, excuse me, the $1,600 that's left from my federal. Okay, so we got $787.23. So I have $812.77 to put towards Sam's and Sephora. Now, let's see here. Sam's, my balance on Sam's is like $1,800. No, let me get the direct amount. Hold on, wait 1 second. Balance on my Sam's account, my Sam's MasterCard, is $1,894.67. So I am going to pay $394.57. Now, hold on. 394.57.66. Okay, so that means the remaining amount that's going to be going towards Sephora will be $484.20. No, that is incorrect. Because it's $484.20 plus $70, which was the minimum due. I'm sorry, no, which was $67, which was the minimum due. So actually, I'm going to be paying $551.20 to Sephora to get that on down. Okay, now if you're questioning what in the world I just did, I had $812.77 left over, but I was also going to pay the minimum due that I had already budgeted out from my bi-weekly pay. So I had already said I was going to do that, but since that was the minimum due, I had to take that out to make sure that the rest went towards Sephora, because Sephora would have been $66 less. And I wanted to didn't want to put what I already budgeted out from Sam's into Sephora, if that made any sense. I probably messed myself up. I'm so sorry if I messed you up. Okay. So, oh my goodness, for debt, sorry about this horrible handwriting, it's all messed up, guys. So for debt payments, we got $221, $597, $787.23, and $113, which is $1,127.20. Okay, and then for the second deck section, we have $394.57 plus $551.20 plus 76. That is $1,021.77. Okay, all right. So if I am correct, I should have some money left over, and that money I will be putting back towards the money that I used for my shortage back in February. I think it was February. Okay. All right. So we got 42, 39, 68. We are going to subtract 316, 10, 21, 77, 360. Then we're going to subtract 1,127 and 20 cents, 937.49, 110.96. Then, of course, for utilities, we're going to subtract 251.87, and then minus $40.48. And yes, awesomeness. I have a remaining total. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a remaining total of $73.91 that will be staying inside of my bills account to replenish the $600, almost $600 that I was short back in February for February expenses. That was a time, but I'm going to slowly but surely rebuild up that account. If I'm not mistaken, like I said, I think it was almost $1,200 extra that I had inside that account that was just sitting there. Now I'm going to make sure to rebuild back up that $1,200, because it's having a surplus of $1,200 in my account. Listen, it worked. It was amazing. It was beautiful, and it did what it needed to do. There you go. Alrighty then, but that is it. Guys, that is it for my monthly budget. Now, last year I remember that I took all of my income tax and I put it towards savings challenges, and I love my savings challenges, my savings challenge videos. However, one of the things they always said, and I've been listening to other budgeters and their financial advice, and one of the first things they said is that it's a good thing to save. It's always a good thing to save, but one of the best things you could do is get out of debt first. And that is what I am focusing on. I am getting out of debt, because even if like monthly, I'm paying easily almost $600, $700 in debt. And that $700 can go to so many other things. It could go towards savings challenges, but it could also go towards me taking a vacation. You know what I'm saying? So just eliminate some of that debt and it will help. I mean, already I have paid off 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be paid off in full too. This will be paid in full. So actually, I'm paying off 5 accounts. And after that, what I'm going to need to make sure that I practice is that if I do treat myself to something and I want to put it on a credit card, I put a budget to it. I do very little and make sure I can afford to put it back into my budget so that I can pay it off. And that's what I'm learning now. that is most definitely what I am learning now. Okay. Alrighty then, but that is it. That is all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe. Remember to hit the like button. And I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and remember to keep budgeting and saving. Bye. Bye-bye now.